Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo 2022 budget. Also, budget to be a kind on behalf of the president. But I want to sit here and tell you, some of the budgets are not read on behalf of the president. Some of the budgets are expunged from the interest, egoistic understanding, the whims and caprices of some people around the president. That is why, mysteriously, I want to use this word, mysteriously, J.A. Kufuor reshuffled Osafo midnight. Me, matino memha. Me suya die. Enye classroom, me suya die. Eti, die huya ya, that's what ya humache. No, Osafo nye finance minister bium. Yeah, they are not redo. Yeah, financial chain. Now, Kroya Yewomi 2022, Your Excellency, I promised you, May, November, I will give you details of whatever is happening around you. If you want to take action, fine. If you don't want to take action, no problem, because how many days are left? You have barely 2 months to go. 7th January, you are not a president. John Dramani Mahama will take over. Take it or leave it. And let me say this. Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo 2022 budget. They established the Development Bank Ghana, DBG. Baby, amedui emodu. I have only 15 minutes to end Fabewoso. Pacho yiwasum nedimechi. June 2022. Mashao Bodadada from October said November we know. And yet I will use documents. And some of the documents, me myself, I am afraid to even project. But I don't know. I can ask my producer to come and airdrop this and put it on the screens. June 2022, this government, as part of their budget statement, promised the people of this country that they would put up, they will establish, they will set up a development bank Ghana. Now, this government secured a $750 million grant. Later we were told it's a loan. Say kasa grant ewa memwo mu a eya chede. Say na enye grant no omoboa. Kenoforiata lied to us. That is why the president is angry with him. But let me ask you another question. I be Kenoforiata desk can be a sin that ye year free or Jubilee House. Hard door. You see, Samimi ye CPP ni. Na me first Samia. Oye APC ni finance minister. Asembe to me. And fan who so ye mba. Inti ya toda party fufroba. Men fan finance minister. Nyamene hene. $750 million and a by way and it's set up Development Bank Ghana. Go and read 2022 budget for 2023. I think it was 2021 for 2022. Abide the taxpayers' money. Another 1 billion Ghana cedis or pay and so $750 million and so. And then a banker yet in 2022 year June I started boka. And let me say this, Your Excellency, if you want a copy of the internal audit report of the Development Bank Ghana, I got a copy. I can forward that to your office. Ghana for so what kind of report we are home? Corruption, mismanagement, procurement breaches, staff intimidation, conflict of interest, and also ehu. Say you do baby a aban say oni sika enti me kwadwo smart me mfa basem nsi o. I behave like Kwame Nkrumah because I am. Match now baby I'm sika da. No akwa my account to. Me a bond I was stand chat. Kode komisa. Aban say kwadwo smart we sika na mafa. Because Ghana deka. Me de no pode fansa me ya brantie. Me ho odey metime hurihuri. Na mom me ma me grow ya kufu. Any mpanifo bi aka ho wa bon kwakora ne mmerewa. Wonso won sika mpo aban se wafa because Ghana boka. Na bank aban yate e boka. Me share report ni nyina mu wie ye no. I read the report this whole night. And I have a witness to tell you, as early as 2:45 a.m., I was awake. One thing I observed from the report, the following are some of the key issues that need attention by the government and donors. Me post the idea way on my Facebook wall. This is how I summarized the 57-page document. One, this is what I wrote. This one is what I wrote. This is what I personally wrote. Okay. One, dominance of single source procurement. Me bro for no Ayapam Secondary School, Timpacho. Sami kaina anya woda facheme. One, despite the bank's stated preference for open competitive procurement, single sourcing was used for 67% of the vendor contracts reviewed by myself, Kwadwo Smart, representing a value of 418 million Ghana cedis in June 2023. A 360% increase from the previous year. This raises concern about potential favoritism and inflated costs. Now watch this. Bank na say ya me no ka say no 2023 nkwano contract mu keke 750 million abande ko hono emu 418 million ayira through contract me na meka. Now watch this. Development Bank Ghana awarded 6 million in contracts to single consulting firm Asamoah and Williams Consulting. Mabodin, who is the owner? And surprisingly, this owner is also a worker. Any passer company way ayene dia no osanso ye adwuma our bank nim. He was awarded a $6 million contract for critical services. Mpacho bank mo amoye bankers wo Ghana and then you find the critical services. When him say adwuma staff na wo bank na banking in 2022. Sorry, wo mo ye no eno an ya sign the ama contract a consultant no. Eti ono de beba no na workers na ye wie but na etua $6 million. Hey, you are be a concentration risk. Where and you say representing concentration risk keke. But we so no a contradicts standard best practices in vendor management. Okay, number 2, this is what I wrote. procurement irregularities, and conflict of interest. Multiple allegations have surfaced regarding improper procurement practices, with top executives appearing to abuse their position for personal gains. These include the following. Me say, me kind 57-page document no ye no. Me will say enipa bi wo bank ni mu a sanka Abraham Timanimu na waye na dwen say ono na emma ne cam 3, camera number 3. Enti no say ekoto cam number 3 ne nan miensen a tripod na o say age me na me kwa akoto. Now afetie ade bia ehu na enwanwa e wasem we bu ne say computers. When we said that's on IT contract. Now listen carefully. A $17 million IT contract was awarded highly questionable circumstances, with a supplementary contract signed solely by the CEO, Mr. Kwamina Benti Enchelduka, Ninuya Enimrekuduka. By and large, mom call it going to canon. By and large, Yankatan Ebusiani no bypassing required internal governance protocols. This transaction reeks of malpractice and deliberate undermining of institutional checks and balances. It's a yasi kwato computers so JB, wamu kwato computers. Computers require $17 million. Just computers. IT contract. Information technology contract. $17 million US. This was solely signed by the CEO of Development Bank Ghana. His name is Mr. Kwamina Benti Enchelduka. B, from what I wrote, the CEO of DBG, in breach of conflict of interest regulation, holds shares among the top 10 shareholders in Fidelity Bank, an institution that benefits from DBG's wholesale funding. The CEO has approved where a Pam Secondary School brofo pacho. The CEO has approved investment transactions in favor of Fidelity Bank, some at concessionary rates, further raising suspicion of ethical misconduct. Where a Pam brofo. We are there now, we are CEO, Emma Bank, I attended 2022. So, Fidelity Bank Ghana, shareholders 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ghana for 30.8 million. Any pattern of one sick pa doso, when we are shareholders of Fidelity Bank, no, Papa Ika home. And I want Fidelity Bank to come out because that is my best bank in this country. I save with Fidelity Bank. I love Fidelity Bank. But this one, I need answers from Fidelity Bank, Ghana. Somebody must come clear and clean. C, why many suspects suspect that some board members of DBG, those of you calling me, stop calling. Because this story, nobody can gag us. We will do it. Stop calling my phone. Okay. Why many suspect that some board members of DBG are in collusion is that the current board chairman of CBD, Dr. Yao Ansu, is also the board chair of GIRSAL, GIRSAL. We are board chairman. Emma Development Bank Ghana. The same person is the board chairman, Emma GIRSAL, where the latter has benefited from projects under the guise of his induced and coerced collaboration. So, Nippon or your board chairman, Emma DBG no Onua also a board chairman MSA company for the GIRSAL and go for kind of Gisal. One of such projects is an existing compact of 19.6 million Ghana cedis to implement activities in some 5 priority agricultural value chain, where Mofes extension remain a mere collaborator only on paper, just to tick the boxes. In the face of this conflict of interest, how can the chairman truly exercise his duty professionally? Who watches over the compromised watchman? 3, significant cost variation. The report uncovered substantial discrepancies between estimated and actual cost for several projects, raising concerns about budgetary control and transparency. I want to cite an example here. The cost for office fit out. Mr. True, office fit out here then. Akonya, table, air conditioning, workstation, den, carpet, afeti. The cost for office fit out. Sabrofu e no anadwo me frɛ nipa miensa. Say for them to tell me, I am saying nobody should call me. I know the numbers. Because I've spoken to all of you that nobody can stop me on this matter. Miria, I'll forward the internal audit report to our lawyer. That is why I am telling you what I summarized. And the lawyer of Media General will advise going into details of this particular issue. And so I realize here, and TV no and Tinkoi and Tinkonso. There has been an instruction that the gentleman is not against the president. He wanted the best for him. Apim. The cost for office fit out for the 5th floor skyrocketed by 65% from an estimated $600,000 to an actual expenditure of $991,000 without adequate justification provided to the procurement committee. Now watch this. You see a diner bank no woman. You see ase 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, 4th floor, 5th floor. Eti abrosana etosu enum no. Sika ya de to nkonya. Tiebiye enkonya any table egu mu no eye $991,000, almost $1 million. Money ye dey you said to nkonya. Your Excellency, I know you are watching this morning. $991,000 ye dia to nkonya. Meanwhile, say ukwaji besia ana bank bia or transactia or insurance or your insurance at the toso. Now we emu na yesre say the National Security Minister Honorable Albert Kandapa, Bank of Ghana should step in now. Now. Because this is dangerously dangerous. Radio this was said. They can take over. But I've got some questions that I demand answers immediately from my summary. This is what I did. I summarized this. Now, in order for you to know, sir, and yes, sir, my Bobby team, and yes, sir, my Bobby team, and and I make a assumption on the way. Internal Audit Report Department procure to pay risk management internal audit report DBG 2024/24/02. I want you to see it so that you don't sit anywhere and say that somebody is sitting somewhere no baba no can dey ope me fan kire obi mu. Don't worry your body, come back home. I just want you to know me pesa me ma wo ti ase se ma can't show pesa o mem ha panie to akufo do bedroom be on Rebecca Damete Jimmy Siminfi. And I have questions to ask. The report reveals lack of thorough due diligence on certain vendors, particularly those involved in high-value contracts. This failure to properly vet vendors raises red flags about potential risks, including financial instability, non-compliance with regulations, and potential reputational damage to DBG. Now, who caused them? That's my first question. Second question. Instances of overlapping or repeated deliverables from different consultants raise questions about the effectiveness of contract management and potential waste of funds. Now, who caused them? Question number 3. Despite a warning from the Bank of Ghana, now watch this. The Bank of Ghana wrote to this bank, alerting them of the fraud, the rot, the financial malfeasance, financial mismanagement, and all. So this is what I wrote. Despite a warning from the Bank of Ghana in 2023, DBG continues to price some services in US dollars, violating the central bank's directive. This persistent disregard for regulation highlights a concerning lack of compliance. The next question is, now who caused some? Question number 4. The report which I read and I've just shown you points to a lack of clear procedure for handling cost variations, raising concerns about transparency and accountability in the bank's financial management. The absence of a code of conduct for the procurement function, as mandated by law, further amplifies these concerns. The question is, now who caused some? My final question, after which I'll tell Sammy that the things he highlighted and summarized had nothing to do with intelligence. It got to do with the bank. DBG's internal governance structure appears to be severely compromised by the unchecked influence of certain executives and board members. Whistleblowers within the institution have reported a toxic corporate culture marked by intimidation, arbitrary reassignment of staff, and even non-strategic termination of those who will not yield to the CEO's whims and caprices. There is suppression of dissent, baseless suspensions stemming from personal grievances of the CEO and general disregard for employees' rights. The question is, now who caused some? I must say this without any fear or favor, that the CEO has created a climate of fear characterized by unreasonable threats and a pervasive culture of silence that has allowed numerous procurement irregularities and unethical governance practice to remain unchallenged. Maakye asemi nchira na obi ewo bank we mu odi oye party me pese me chirem na obi ehu nipa kono na nipa no oye party CEO bi CEO bi of bank bi oja ne yire wo fie na ode ne girlfriend koi and obi so twa pictures any pa na o twa pictures wo party na se no ono onim say sami girlfriend ni Grace onim say na Kwame ba obi an ne girlfriend apam and ono so posting pictures no okay see or say adent the nipa na oye party no wa makwan mo obi abetwa mfoni e wase into was suspended no o say there's more to come and then mama we buy no mama kai obi a oka twia and the DC asked who said shia me summary way say ya me TV so me copy there to Facebook, but I again want to reiterate the fact that Maakye na masha boss November we no is a month of document and serious exposure. Serious expose. That's what is going to happen this month. This is the very first Monday of this month. Share. We. Any you. Maybe any new one extra say keke. Keke. Okay. We are no Mame Kosoro. Me catch us 57 pages. Mame highlight. Oh. What's there now? Yeah. Oh, paper way. Machine way. I said, Obia my bribe. Oh, shut up and listen to me. Bam, ye. Bam. 57 pages. And I told you, is there. I have finished reading it. And I dream it and temper. By 8:30, uja for me call. Because I had an agenda. And I'm sorry. I catch us, I say, Fatum. And 57 pages. Yet your baby in a Ghana buying essay was setting up bank. Your Excellency, I will forward this document to your WhatsApp number. The 027. So check it. Check it now. I will forward this document to His Excellency the President. With him. With me was saying me never me bought audio no. Me bo wi a me nka ho hwe ne me gya to na mko. Na me maka kire wo say hwe me wi ase a me ba ye wo ho me ni bibia ye wo. So what you say me wo hwe ye a oboa me ni hwe ye. Me wadagye pa adagye a me wo na e Ghana. Me ni hwe ye apart from Ghana. Eno a opa fra me ma me sesi a na bisa no. Me ka kire say wa wo so wo ba wo ba Ghana fo agye wo ba fi wo nsem. Bisa mama afi o say kwadwo omo ye den kra me na me wo na so wo boa. Opa fra me ma me sesi a na bisa no. Me wadagye e wo man Ghana ho. Say ya me no ka say sa bank na ye tin 2022 o so wa boka 700 million Ghana cedis.